Chris Eubank Jr. has called out Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, following his 5th round TKO win over Kell Brook yesterday. Chris Eubank Jr. put out a tweet, as you can see on screen, at GGG Boxing. He says, "If you want a fight with a real British middleweight, come get some. My corner don't own towels." That's obviously a reference there to the fact that Kell Brook's team threw in the towel. Now, a lot of people are upset with this tweet right here. And by the way, before I proceed with the rest of this video, I do use the word, or the term, sorry, called out in inverted commas, just in case anybody gets upset thinking that that's my particular view. Anyway, a lot of people felt that the tweet Eubank Jr. put out was disrespectful towards Kell Brook, and people are at a loss to understand how Eubank Jr. can be talking about Triple G this way when he could have been in there against Triple G instead of Kell Brook. All he had to do was sign on a dotted line, but I guess it was his dad. Eubank Jr. said he never saw a contract, so I guess it was his dad and his management team who messed around for whatever reason. Maybe it was just publicity. Maybe they were for real and they just, didn't get what they want or whatever, as crazy or realistic as you may think it is or isn't. Who knows? But I saw a video prior to the Kell Brook fight that Eubank Jr. put out in Fight Week. And Eubank Jr. once again said that Triple G swerved him or something worse to that effect. And I was just gobsmacked when he said that. How could you say that Triple G swerved you? Madness. Madness. Anyway, as far as what Chris Eubank Jr. is saying, I'm just going to reiterate what I said in my post-fight video. I do think that Chris Eubank Jr. will give Triple G a better fight than Kell Brook did. Because of the fact that this young man is way bigger. I think people are underestimating how big Chris Eubank Jr. is. When you see Chris Eubank Jr. in the ring against Triple G, he's going to look like the significantly bigger man. Trust me. Not just in terms of his muscles or whatever. No, just his height and his frame is bigger than Triple G's frame. Definitely. And if you see them in the ring together, you'll see that. He's a much bigger man than Kell Brook. He's bigger than Triple G. And he's physically strong. He can maul people around on the inside. He can push people back. He does it all the time in sparring. Chris Eubank Jr. has never been the tidiest fighter, really. He does have this mauling aspect to his game. And we saw that in the Chudanov fight, actually. There was a lot of mauling in the Chudanov fight. And I think the fact that he has that physical aspect to his game where he can maul and make it ugly on the inside and land his uppercuts, I think that would allow him to survive. Let's just put it that way. If he's under heavy pressure and he's getting hurt, I think that would allow him to survive longer than Brook because of the fact he has that physical strength. Brook just didn't have the physical strength to deal with Golovkin on the inside. He wasn't able to wrap him up effectively the way he could against Sean Porter. So it just didn't happen for him. But Eubank Jr. does have that physical strength. He does have that size. He would be able to wrap him up, push him back, physically push him back to the ropes the way that the way that Holyfield did against Tyson. And I think that may well be part of the Eubank strategy. If it isn't, it should be. I think the Eubanks would be very foolish to go out there and just try and box Triple G. I think it would be foolish of them to try and approach the Triple G fight the way they approached the Nick Blackwell fight, for example, with that much moving and boxing. I think that would be a mistake. Maybe they might try that in spots and they might also try mauling in spots. I think the Chudanov approach would be better. The thing with Golovkin is he relies on getting his body weight forward to get power into those shots that he throws. He needs to get his body weight forward. I think because based on his style, if you push him on the back foot and you have him constantly going backwards, I don't think his power is going to be the same. Some people do have this uncanny ability to punch extremely hard when they're going backwards. But just the way Golovkin positions his body, I don't think he's one of those guys. Those guys who can punch hard going backwards tend to be the kind of, David Haye, Roy Jones Jr. style fighters. you know, who position their body in a certain way and get their power a certain way. Prince Nassim's another one. But the come forward, slightly squared on pressure fighters, your Mike Tysons, your Triple G Golovkin, those guys don't really hit like that on the back foot. You know, and they're so not used to being on the back foot, getting pushed back, that it can be a bit of a shock to their system when that happens. So, yeah, I think Eubank Jr., again, just reiterating, sorry to repeat myself, but if he employs them kind of tactics he did against Chudinov and mauls on the inside, pushes Golovkin back, at the very least, I see him going past 5 rounds, probably well into the second half of the fight. Might even go the distance, although I wouldn't place any money on that, but yeah, I could see him doing better than Kell Brook, definitely. Drop your comments in the comment section below, people. What do you think about Chris Eubank Jr.'s tweet? Did you find it disgusting, distasteful, disrespectful to Kell Brook, maybe disrespectful to Triple G? Let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.